It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey, guys. Welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. So, every Wednesday, Zack and I are coming back to recap the Real Housewives of New Jersey, but of course, with special guests every single week as a part of our kind of weekly big announcement leading up to our 3 cities coming up in April where you can join us live. Now, in the meantime, as you guys know, the live chat is always a subscribers only live chat. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to smash that like button. We already have 100 people in the room kicking us off in our first minute. We have special guests today, Jeff Epstein, Ryan Bailey, Jolene Lunzer. I say, let's jump right in. Start with Zach. Good morning.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things.
Guys,
I wish they would get better.
Oh, gosh. Keep your podcast career, Zach. Keep your podcast career. Let's welcome also.
My voice makes me money, honey.
Okay. Listen, I'm not mad. Ryan Bailey, good morning.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things.
Gosh.
Wow.
And then,
My
of course,
voice does not make me money, by the way. I just wanted to throw that in.
I was about to say, listen, if I sing in the house, I used to love singing before I met my fiance, and we've been together for 8 years. And now it's like, if I'm singing in the shower, you'll hear banging like somebody in a New York apartment, like, shut the fuck up. I'm like,
yeah, they do need to make Gia re-record that song now, though.
Yes.
With the Melania remix. Now. We need a Fetty Wap remix with Melania. I can't wait to grow up. I got plans to blow up. Mama said it ain't easy, but
DJ James Kennedy should be the one spinning that.
Oh my gosh. I love how Joe Mendoza also is renaming Ryan Bailey Ryan Bailey. All right. And then we also have Jeff Epstein. And I know Jeff is on the go. So at any point we might lose Jeff, but of course we need him here because he's definitely a part of our big announcement. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm good. Wait, can you guys hear me or no?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
He's a man on the go.
Okay, guys, I'm always doing things on the go. I've got a situation right now. I'm rerouting. I'm on my way to Orange County, but like there's a little cop situation. So I dipped off the highway and now I'm trying to like reroute myself. I had to like get off real quick so they couldn't find me. It's like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Are you a good driver or a bad driver, Jeff?
Oh, I'm truly driving to me is like a sport. I'm like the best driver in the world. It's like it's like a racing thing for me. But so I get in
that's not good on the streets of life. That's not.
Ryan, I'm almost a little disappointed.
Luckily, we're in Orange County.
Ryan, I'm a little disappointed that you're not taping this in front of Sutton Concept right now.
I should have done. I didn't know that. And by the way, I can't. Sutton won't let me allowed in front of that store for 45 minutes. This might be 45 minutes, and I can only do there for like 5 minutes before somebody walks out and stares at me because I'm usually holding up Tom Girardi's lingerie or something like that. It's like people from the store that work there will come out and stare at me. So it's embarrassing on all fronts.
I love it. Hey, at least you commit to it. You're like, I got the panties. I got to show them off. I'm going to commit to it. All right. Well, I definitely, of course, before, and I know that everybody's kind of on the go and everybody has a lot to do today. With that, I want to kick this off since we're talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey. A lot of people were kind of skeptical going into this season because it was recorded so long ago. And we know that Teresa and Louis, they were going to get engaged. They're talking about it this season. We know that the cheating rumors were coming out. But we officially have the new season, and I want to know if it's giving you what you thought it would or if it's disappointing you. Jeff, since you're on the go running from the cops, I feel like you're going to give a quick answer on this one. I gotta get it from you.
Wait, what's the question?
Are you liking Jersey this season? Are you able to relate to Teresa Giudice?
Because of the criminal stuff. So here's the thing. I actually don't watch the Housewives too much anymore. I try to give each of them a chance. I just think they haven't really been that good in years. I've never really been to Jersey. I didn't really start Jersey until later, and I kind of like the whole Jennifer Aiden era. I think it's okay. I think it's the same shit every season with them, and it's so tired. That's my thought.
Wow. At least you're not holding back. You just give it. We don't have to wonder what you think. I like this. I can't wait to meet this guy. Ryan, for you, what are we thinking?
Like, I don't, you know, us Bravo really fanatics, we watch these things so much. So it's not the worst thing that I've ever seen. And it's not like blowing my mind, but it's that nice in between show where you watch it and you're like, I like this. There's like, you know, it is exactly what I expect. The Gia stuff is interesting. The Louis stuff, I'm really curious to see where that goes, because last night was wild with Louis in terms of I didn't realize he was such a positive guy, or trying to be a positive guy. But you know, it's in the middle for me right now. But it could go up. But I've definitely seen way worse seasons of Jersey. I'm enjoying it.
I have to admit though, really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so far to me, I'm still watching. It has my attention, and you know, somebody like Louis, when you have court documents and stuff that comes out where people, your exes, and they're like, listen, he was trying to punish me if I wouldn't have sex with him X amount of times. And then all of a sudden he's like this, you know, man of positivity. He throws me some red flags. I'm not going to lie. But for you, Zach, what are your thoughts?
About Louis, like, would I sleep with him? Is that the question?
No. Would you sleep with Louis?
I would not sleep with Louis.
Okay.
I don't know. Something about his face.
There'd be no sleeping going on, right?
Yeah, it's about to say.
I like sleep. I like sleep, and I don't need to get laid that often, to be honest. His face kind of scares me. It's just, there's something about it that just, like, it's very red, and the forehead just looks like it's over Botoxed, and it just, like, I don't know. It just,
it's a straight up purple color.
Yeah, it's not a natural color.
I have something to say. So being somebody from New Jersey, for one, I know that type of guy. I know it. They usually get into real estate. It's like they're like, hustlers and like money hungry. You're doing this stuff. So it's like, okay, first of all. Additionally, it's one of those things where it's like, if you spot it, you got it. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. And there is something super, super, super shady about him. And I also know that type of person where it's like, you're so positive. Like, you know, they say how like hippies are actually bad people disguised as good people, and like punk rockers are good people disguised as bad people, that type of thing. So it's almost like, yeah, he's one of those people where you're trying to be this like self-help guru and do all this stuff, so it's disguising his bad self. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, listen,
Exactly.
I told you I was sketch too. All right.
I don't know the Jersey life, so I can't speak to that. Jeff Epstein's obviously, you know, more well-versed in New Jersey life than I am. But yeah, he gives me bad juju vibes.
For sure.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Adam referenced it, but like, we've heard so much stuff about this guy, and for what we're seeing, it's so polar opposite from what we've heard that there's got to be a huge story there. Like, I want to know where he used, like, I want to know, like, he obviously was a different guy at some point. I don't know if he's quote unquote changed, but there's just no way we read all the stuff that we read, and then this is what we're seeing. My God, Jeff is going to kill somebody during that call. Like, there's just no way he's not.
Jeff is making me a little nervous. He looks like he's on like GTA right now.
It looks crazier, but I think it looks crazier because I'm using my shifting hand, because I have my car stick. I'm using my shifting hand with my phone, so I keep going like that. That's probably why it looks crazier. Fuck off.
Oh God! Oh my God! We're getting the real Jersey personality on this.
It's a little wild here. We are doing a $102.
Well,
you're doing 102?
107 right now.
Dude,
how
would you possibly do that on an LA road?
I do it in LA all the time. I'm on the highway to Orange County.
Wow, good traffic.
I'm never riding with him.
Yeah, no, same.
That's like, I didn't
Adam,
invite
when
you
are we
to ride with me.
Since we have two big announcements today, when are we making those, Adam?
I think, since I don't know if Jeff is going to be around for by the end of this video with the way he's driving, he's scaring the shit out of me. We should just announce now, and then of course we have another person coming in the next 5 minutes. So you want to wait for her?
Sure.
Okay, we'll wait for her.
Wait for her. I've got 15 minutes until I make it to this appointment.
Is it another?
Wait, are you going to Dr. Jen Armstrong's, Jeff?
I'm actually going to something else right next to her. I'm probably going to see her after, and then I'm actually going to her. Yeah.
Tell her what's up. Tell her my name is Ryan too.
I will not, because I think it's so ridiculous that you change your thing to Ryan Bailey.
I like Dr. Jen, actually.
I like Dr. Jen
I
too. I need to go and get that jaw filler that she's been giving everybody.
No, but like I
will
think Dr.
pimp out
Jen's
your
really
shit.
Dr. Jen's hot to me. Like I like Dr. Jen.
That too, yeah.
I love Jen. She's a very good friend of mine. I think that, and I've spoken about this with her. I think she's coming across as boring on the show because they're not really showing her. And then I think like I'm watching that for her, and so I watched her watch What Happens Live appearance, and you kind of saw like who she really was, and I was like, that's the fun. And I was like, guys, here's the thing. Do you think I would be friends with somebody boring? No, I get bored by people very easily, so it wouldn't be the case. She's actually really fun, but it's like not coming across like that. So I'm hoping that if she comes back for another season, you can see that.
Can you
I
ask
want
her
her
more
back.
about her cement leg when you see her today?
Oh my god.
What's that?
Never mind. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later.
All right.
Tell me later. Also, the thing with the names, I think this is like, I think everyone's so fascinated by the name thing, the Ryan. Here's the thing. I actually grew up with somebody named Ryan. We actually used to call him Rhino. But so I'm like, I've heard that name before, R-Y-N-E. And it's one of those things where he like at first changed it to like make it easier, and then was like, no, that's my name. So it's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem as weird to me.
Would you purposely change your name though from Ryan to Ryan just to like
as an adult, like into your adult?
I mean, listen, my name's Jeffrey Epstein, so I have no say in this game.
That's fair. I like it. Oh my gosh.
I have no say.
Okay. So since you're the one here from Jersey and everything, I feel like you might be more of an expert on this because there are some weird relationships in Jersey. And this one, in my opinion, would be one of those. Dolores and Frank Catania, they're no longer married. Frank said, listen, I'm a guy, we cheat. She was the perfect wife, but I'm still living in her house. She got the house in the divorce. Jeff, is this normal in Jersey?
Guys just cheat.
Not necessarily that, but I will say, like, even in my own family, my aunt cheated with my sister's husband, and then but they stayed together, and then my aunt and my sister still hang out, and so it's like there's weird stuff going on. Fuck! I just missed my fucking exit. God fucking damn it! Fuck. Sorry, everything's fine.
Oh, it's all good. All good over there. Okay. All right. He's a man on the go.
Jeff was on the podcast one time. You got to talk to Jeff about how much he pays in insurance each month for his car.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
It's wild.
It is actually.
Is this due to the cost of the car, or is this due to?
It's like more than I ever will pay. Like it's like 3 times the amount I pay for my Toyota Corolla just to buy it every month.
It's all a combo because actually this is the #1 pulled over car in America. It's an STI. It's a rally car. So there's that. There's also the fact that I have a wild driving record, and I didn't even know this until years ago. When you have a long arrest record, especially with drugs, like when you get arrested for drug stuff, they think, oh, you'll be doing drugs while driving, and so that really affects it. And so when I had gotten this car, it was $913 a month.
Your insurance?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And if Zach's saying wow and he lives in his penthouse apartment in LA,
can you not?
Wow. I mean, I live in Florida just because I don't like state taxes. So this is wow. Okay. The frugal guy is definitely taken aback here.
Oh, I'm the cheapest person ever and the brokest person ever. I'm like, trust me, our bills are never paid. That's really what it is.
I can't wait to see.
Never paid.
I want to do a checkup on Jeff in the next 5 years and see where
a wellness check.
Yes, a wellness check. Where are things with the bills? Where's the insurance?
Oh, Jeff is the most fascinating person that you'll ever meet in your life.
We'll be doing well because think about it. You should have seen me 5 years ago. I was 5 years ago to this day. Was that 2017?
Yes.
Sure.
I feel like I got arrested that month, to be honest with you. So probably in jail.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he knows about the Louis Ruelez's. He can relate to the Teresa Giudices. All right, he's on brand for Jersey, and he's from there. All right, so we're still waiting for Jolene to come in the room. I'm sure she'll be here any minute. But yes, Zach, why don't we just go along with our announcement? Because I feel like by the time Jeff makes it back to his exit, wherever he's going, he's going to be like, bye, fuckers, I'm out.
What announcement should we make first? Should we do talent or should we do tickets?
Let's start with tickets.
Well, I feel like talent's the easier one to start with, Adam.
Okay, then start with then why did you ask me?
Because I was setting you up to be like, yeah, let's announce our special guest.
All right, we'll start with talent because guys, we know that we announced for Nashville that we have Emily D. Baker. We still have, a couple other people joining us for Nashville that we will announce eventually. But for Los Angeles, this show is panning out to be incredible. We have so many fun things happening at the event, not just with talent, but the whole event is going to be an experience in itself. I say that, and then I feel like Jeff is going to be like the person who gets there and he's going to be like, you fucking lied to me. I'm like, no, we didn't. This is going to be a whole thing. But with talent, Zach, you can take it away.
Yes, Jeff is going to be expecting a rager. So if you haven't guessed yet, obviously Ryan Bailey and Jeff Epstein will be coming to our show on April 7th at the Bourbon Room in Los Angeles. We're also going to have Jolene Lunzer and Steve from Faces by Bravo will also be in the show as well. And Jason. Adam, people keep asking if Jason's going to be a part of the show. I'm like, well, obviously Jason's going to be part of the show.
Well, Jason's going to be, and people are going to be surprised in what capacity Jason will be a part of the show. But in the meantime, we have a lot of fun things that we're going to do on stage, different games we're going to play with, also Bravo talent. Your favorite, I hate using the word Bravo celebrity, but let's just go there because if I say celebrity, I feel like even worse using that word. But some of your favorite Bravo celebrities, especially in Los Angeles, not only attending the show, but joining us on stage, along with these amazing guys right here. And Jolene, wherever she is, MIA, it's going to be so much fun. And
no, this show is just now. I would actually pay to go see even if I wasn't in it because the experience itself, what you guys talked about, what you're planning is just really, I mean, it just sounds like a blast. I mean, it just kind of sounds like a big Bravo party. I mean, it's the best. I do not think Jeff Epstein will actually show up though at this rate. There's just no way.
No, I will show up, but just know that if there are not drugs there, I'm fucking leaving.
Oh my.
That's a huge announcement. Huge announcement from Jeff.
So just, let's think about it.
I think we'll see if we can add some party favors.
We'll call Tamara for her CBD, Jeff. That's where we're going.
I'm actually a Vina ambassador or whatever you want to call it, and so yeah, shout out to Vina.
Wow, you really sold that to us.
Well, listen, clearly it's calling me
the fun that we're having today will translate to the stage.
I would almost imagine that that's how well you're getting all of those laser away promotions done as well, Jeff. Is the tramp stamp gone?
Oh, it is actually. It's like I want to say 90% gone. Like it's faintly there. I was getting a sports massage yesterday. It took him like 20 minutes. It was like, "Did you have a tattoo there?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I love Jeff paying $1,000 in car insurance, yet he's still getting the deep tissue massages.
No. They're insane. It's actually like a CrossFit sports massage. It's the most painful, brutal thing ever. And I worked it out so I can PayPal him so I can put on my credit card. It's a whole fucking thing. They're truly, I want to kill him. It's awful. It's awful. It's very painful.
I feel like this is like Jeff Anna Delvey Epstein. Like Jeff's like, I'm just putting on the card and then like I walk in, they just know who the guy am. And then like maybe they won't charge me, but by the time they want to charge me, I'll be gone.
I've got so many tricks up my sleeve. I can always figure it out. My boyfriend's always like, how are you like, what do you mean? Like, how is this? I'm like, Ryan, just shut the fuck up. I figure it out. Just shut up.
Not me, you guys.
No, not this one. I have a boyfriend. He's a different Ryan, a redhead.
Wait, how long have you been? Sorry, poor Adam has to deal with all of us clowns right now.
No, I'm living clowns.
Wait, Adam, are we going to make the second announcement now?
Yeah,
or should we
go
wait?
ahead and take the second announcement. And then I also want to know, would Jeff be upset with his Ryan if Ryan changed his name to Ryan?
I would hate that.
Okay. All right. Zach, what is the second announcement?
Okay, hold on. I just want to tape it for Instagram too. Okay, so we are very excited to share that because everybody was crying that all of our VIP tickets for LA and Nashville have sold out, we've added more tickets so you can go to spillingtealive.com to get more VIP tickets. There are only 15 added for Nashville and there are only 20 added for LA. These are the last VIP tickets we're going to be adding. So you can go to the website right now and score before they're sold out because they sold out within minutes last time.
I mean,
and this is even less than we had available last week.
It was crazy too. I don't know if you told Ryan or Jeff this, but when we were on with Emily D. Baker too, we announced the tickets and that she would be joining us. And halfway through, I think it was maybe 15 minutes after we announced, everybody was in the live chat like, the tickets, they sold out. And we're like, how the f- are they sold out? Like,
we didn't even get to like announce it other than the live stream.
Yeah, that's what we said. We're like, because when Zack and I originally came up with this idea to just do this together, we reached out to a couple different companies and thought like, well, we'll have somebody kind of manage like a little mini tour situation. And they were like, you need proof of concept. Just because you have followers and subscribers does not translate to ticket sales. And we're like, okay, but
this is true.
That's also, we have Jolene here, and she's finally here, and she is limited on time. And I don't say finally like we have been waiting for her, like she disappointed us. We're always so excited to have Jolene. Let me shut my mouth and welcome Jolene. Hi, Jolene. Jolene, we're so excited. We announced that you're going to be at the show with us.
I am so excited to get to perform with you guys and be there.
Oh my God. And we get to meet you in person. I'm so excited to just meet everybody in person. I've heard about Jeff. I've talked with Ryan, Jolene. I literally had people attacking you on accident and I didn't mean to. We have these weird little dynamics and it's going to be nice to be under the same roof.
Right? It's going to be so fun. And Adam, my mom, AKA Nana, is going to be there and she is so pumped. So shout out to Nana. She can't wait to meet you and Zach and Jason. She has crushes on all of you. And if Kempire was there, that would just kill her too. And that would be her like full circle. So
well, we can't wait to meet Nana. When Zach keeps coming back to me, I keep forgetting everyone because we're between the three cities trying to figure out who's going to each city. And when we keep going over the list for LA, I'm like, wait, it's just nuts.
Guys, I will come to all of them. As somebody who is now allowed to travel out of the county, I'd like to take advantage of the opportunities.
I don't think you're going to be allowed to travel out of the county for long with I feel like we're about to turn on our TVs and see you in like a high-speed helicopter chase.
That would be great promotion for the show if we could get live footage of somebody chasing Jeff.
No, I'm a good boy. Aside from the driving aspect, now I am a good boy.
I mean, are you though?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not buying it. Elaine, thank you for that.
Reformed for sure.
All right. So no, we're gonna have Jolene on stage with us. Also Jeff helping us out at the beginning of the show, being a part of the beginning of the show, kicking us off, and then we're going to be playing, some games on stage.
Helping you out? What do you mean? Am I sleeping?
No.
You're going to be serving drinks. We're going to put you behind the bar.
Yes.
You're the bartender from Watch What Happens Live, Jeff.
That's what. Listen, a part of the show. Like it's like this is a whole. Again, I said it's an experience. I almost knocked over my spotlight. I feel like I'm in a high-speed chase right now with Jeff. I'm gonna have to take like a Valium.
We're just driving through Orange County. We're in Newport Beach. Oh my God, Kelly Dodd. Oh my God, just kidding.
Oh my God.
We are right by her house. Yeah, we're in the area.
Jesus.
Be careful.
Could you imagine if she just jumped out?
Oh my God, she will. That's what she does, I think, now.
Shannon,
and then she just jumps.
Yeah, that's her new thing.
Thank you for the super chat. Adam, please carve out 15 minutes just for Nana. I would love to see a one-on-one with Nana and Adam sit down Oprah style. Yes, we will definitely. I just hope we don't disappoint Nana, okay?
You would never, Adam. Oh my God. Nana you're going to have to be like, okay, that's enough touching. It's a pandemic with Nana. You're going to have to really rein her in. She's going to be, she's excited.
I'm going to send her Ryan's way. Ryan's going to be like, listen, Ryan.
You're great.
You could be my new daddy, Ryan. How fun.
Oh my gosh.
Daddy Ryan.
I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked them before we get back into Jersey. Are you liking this season of Jersey? Are you watching it? Do you have thoughts on it?
Yes. I am loving this season of Jersey, actually. I think the addition of Gia having her little, is she a housewife now? What's happening with Gia? This Jennifer Aiden stuff is blowing my mind. I want a waking up in the morning sweatshirt so badly. And I just right off the bat, Jersey is just hitting us with so much stuff. And I mean, we knew this was coming with Jennifer kind of in everyone else's business. And now, that tends to happen with housewives. They are in everyone else's business because they don't want people in theirs. But ironically, that just draws people to your business.
I mean, and we have 2 new noses in here.
Oh my God. I would like to say I'm a nose job aficionado. I've had one myself. And Gia's is gorgeous.
Well, why didn't you say anything about Jennifer?
Jennifer, hers will settle. I think. You know what I mean? Like, I thought Jennifer was perfect already.
I thought you said subtle at first, and I got scared. I was like, it is not subtle.
It's not subtle. Yeah. It's not. I went in with Ashley Simpson's picture when I got mine in 2006 and said, do mine like hers. And thankfully I had a good doctor, but I don't know why she just didn't get a recommendation from her own husband. This is a very interesting marriage.
The fact that
she like literally went out of the country.
I have to just, I know everybody's seen it, but I still have to bring it up because listen, the noses are very different. They're very different. This is a Giudice nose job. Okay. It looks great. You see that she wanted it to go straight. We got it. And then this is when I was seeing the memes, and I love watching Ryan's memes too, or like when he puts up stuff and he's like just funny as shit.
Yeah.
When I was looking at this and I saw where people are like, this is what happens when you tell a lie, I'm like, this is so shitty. But that's the nose that we got when we went to Turkey.
In her defense, it does take, doctors will tell you, it takes about a year for it to settle and be what it's going to be. So this could still be just swelling on the ball or the ball, whatever it's called, the end of the nose. I'm just being positive here, guys.
This can't be good for tourism in Turkey, though.
Oh my God.
No. Well, I mean, unless you want to see where she got her botched nose job.
Oh my God.
Terry DeBro needs to do like a on location in Turkey for Botched.
Well, Botched International.
Yeah, Botched International.
Terry DeBro is now too busy doing a new show with Heather DeBro called The 7-Year Stitch to teach all of us what we're doing wrong in our relationships. So, I mean,
is that what it's about? I thought it was about real estate.
Not a fan.
It's about relationships.
I don't need that.
I mean, Jeff Lewis try to do that for like a hot second with Jenny?
Jeff Lewis would be the last person to teach anybody about a relationship. He literally, his relationships are his punching bags.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. And I also asked Jeff if it was normal in Jersey, if we've seen it before. Jeff said that somebody in his family slept with somebody else in their family. I mean, my stepmom ended up going to jail because she walked in on her sister sleeping with her husband and she like took her to town. So it's not like this is the craziest thing, but this situation to me is pretty wild. I respect it. I just don't understand it, but I'm here for it. I mean, if Jason and I ever broke up, there's no fucking way. You're not living in my house. You're nowhere near me. We're going to be in separate states. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, but they're 20 years removed from the initial pain that Frank caused. So I think that is like the interesting aspect of Jersey is that, I mean, and I think even in our own lives, we all have so like weird things happening. I can see where that actually ended up happening, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and you know, I think that we learn a lot of behaviors and stuff from our parents and family, and her mom is also, and her parents are also not living in the same house. They have kind of a unique dynamic. Actually, Jackie Goldschneider's parents are the same way. They live in separate houses. This is like it's like a Jersey thing. You're going to bring in the cute puppy to counteract the Jeff's wild driving.
No, she was looking at me. Sorry.
You're going to scare her with Jeff's Mr. Toad's wild ride over there.
I mean, technically I have 2 naked cats. That can scare you if you want. No, you don't want it? Okay. I was gonna say something else. Look at this.
Beautiful day in OC.
I mean, until I think Jeff's mic is off, but I don't want to ask him to fix it right now because I'm scared.
He didn't want us to hear another cussing rant.
Speaking of now I forgot her name. Not Jack. Yeah, Jackie. Her little son who poops real quick. I am in love with him. He is so cute.
He's
like
so
the new Melania.
adorable.
I mean, is there anyone who could be a Melania?
This kid might be the boy version of Melania. He's funny. He kind of rips on his parents. That's what Melania did. She gave commentary. She roasted them a little bit. And we need that, because a lot of these housewives and house husbands, they need to be taken down a notch by their own children. That helps them.
Well, and since you brought up Jackie opened up again about something that she deals with, which is her, I don't even want to call it, but her ED, dealing with eating and how she doesn't want to eat. And sometimes she feels like
You can't say ED. ED is erectile dysfunction.
Is it?
It is.
I could speak on ED, Adam, if you'd like to.
Oh my gosh. Is ED erectile? I thought it was eating disorder.
No.
No. It's definitely having to do with the wiener.
Wow.
Well, we know Louis doesn't have ED, so that's great.
No.
Oh God.
You mean? Oh yeah, Louis doesn't have ED.
No,
And I don't think Evan does either.
I mean,
Can you guys hear me?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, now we can hear you, Jeff. Do you have ED?
I don't even know if it's an eating disorder.
ED is erectile dysfunction.
Oh, no, I definitely don't. Guys, I'm in the parking lot of Mastro's and Javier's for this laser way. And ironically, I have to come here to go to Mastro's tomorrow. What the fuck? Why am I making 2 trips in 2 days? I'm not happy.
There's a lot happening over there.
The last time I went to Mastro's, it was with Noella and Sweet James. And by the way, guys, I like Sweet James. He actually is really nice. And he commented on my card.
How do you feel about Noella?
You'll hear it on my Patreon.
I mean, I would sleep with Sweet James. He seems like,
He does have a big dick too. It's nice.
You would have to go to Puerto Rico.
I don't like big dicks. They scare me.
And why do you know he has a big dick, Jeff?
Because she showed everybody.
Because the first time that I met her, she showed us his dick and a video of them having sex too, and her dungeon. She shows that.
Yeah, but was it the tower? Was it the Tower of Vaginas?
The pancakes?
No, I actually never saw the tower. I've never seen the tower. So yeah, no, I mean, you'll hear stuff on the Patreon.
Okay.
Are you still friendly with Noella?
Yeah, we're still friendly. I think you'll see us at the end of the season interact.
Okay. Jeff's making a cameo.
Did Shannon Bedore give you drugs?
She did not, but she did not. You'll hear stuff about that too. Shit.
Oh my gosh. I'm with Annika right here.
I think I like Noelle. She's been sweet to me, but also like Jen's a good friend, and she's been not nice to Jen. So
she has. I'm Team Dr. Jen. I really do. I really don't like Noella.
Team Jen. All right, we love this, guys. Team Jen. Team Jen.
Jolene, are you watching OC?
Yes, I'm watching OC.
Because Jeff just literally told us that he's friends with Dr. Jen, and he had to sit her down and tell her how boring she is on the show.
I didn't say that.
Jeff, thank you for your service, because it's true. And what's going on with Ryan? And did he change his name? And did he take the dog? And are they divorced? What's happening?
I'm not going to speak about any of this any further.
Patreon.
Go to Patreon. Go to my Patreon.
Guys, I can't find this fucking laser way. What the fuck? They're gonna be so mad.
Have you not been there before? You've gotten the tramp stamp stuff done.
Yeah, but that's the Beverly Hills location. I'm going to Crystal Cove.
Oh, so now you need to collect the freebies at the other locations.
Well, it's a long story, but I can't fucking find the place. God,
it sounds expensive to be you.
You know what's funny is like it is, but yet I have no money. I'm the poorest person I know.
Jeff lives in chaos. It's just chaos.
It is. It's pure chaos all the time.
I'm gonna meditate after this, and I've never meditated in my life.
Guys, I'm gonna lose my mind. I cannot find this fucking laser away. What the fuck?
Adam, next time you're in LA, we're doing Zach's version of LA, which is not West Hollywood getting shit-faced. It's sound baths, and it's meditation, and it's hot yoga.
Oh, I can't sit through that. No way.
No, we're just going to dive bars, and we're going to the beach. And we're going to the Whaler in Venice, and that's what we gotta do. No West Hollywood crap.
Or you do mine where I just lay in bed and watch TV.
That works too. Guys, I think I gotta go. I gotta call the laser way. I can't figure this shit out.
All right, Jeff, thank you.
All right, bye, Jeff.
That was fun.
Oh my gosh. See, okay, guys, if you want this chaotic man, I mean, obviously Jeff won't be in a car on stage. He'll be like, seated and positioned. But if you want this chaotic energy or just this fun vibe, go to spillingtealive.com so you can get your tickets before they're gone.
I feel like spillingtealive.com
out
of my eye.
And if
My
you guys buy tickets,
like,
let Adam know in the live chat so that he can promote that you're buying tickets. Adams, we have to fucking sell tickets to the show. Can you tell your listeners to buy tickets?
Can I just tell you, first of all, I just got whiplash from the first 35 minutes of this conversation, so don't come in at me with that.
Wait, are tickets on sale now?
Yes.
Tickets are on sale right now.
Spilling Tea Live, and now we have
spillingtealive.com.
Yes, spillingtealive.com, and we have extended the VIP tickets for Nashville and Los Angeles, which is amazing. And again, for Los Angeles, for our April 7th date, we're kicking it off. We have so many surprises, not just, there's a lot that we can't tell you because I talk too much. I'm the kind of person, I say this all the time, who likes to give somebody a Christmas present. I'm like, open it. Can you guess what it is? It's a toaster oven. That's what it is. Sonia Morgan's toaster oven. That's exactly what we have going on. But I want to spill everything. Zach and I have been working so hard to put this together to not only make it a fun show, but the entire event from start to finish. I mean, it's going to be amazing. There's going to be so much stuff that you get to interact with. There's going to be people that you recognize. I feel like there's going to be people who are going to be like, I asked Zach, I was like, there's a couple people coming that I feel like people are kind of going to go right after. And Zach was like, it's okay. They're used to it. I was like, okay, well, it's not me. I don't care.
And that'll be my mom. My mom will be going after everyone. So I did get her VIP tickets. And so now she will think she's a VIP. So just preparing everyone for Nana.
She is a VIP. She's a VIP. All right. So getting back, I need what is that? What do they give you? Valium? I don't take pills. What do they give you to calm down?
Take a Xanax.
I need Lisa Rinna's pill bag.
Yeah.
What did we think about this last night? Because this threw me for a loop. And I'm not going to lie. I like drunk college Jackie doing her keg stands, coming in. And she's like, Dolores, you don't with me. That's not what she said. But she got a lot of oomph after a couple beers. And she, Dolores would scare the shit out of me. That's not somebody go up against this one. She's not going to do anything to you.
She was holding Dolores back.
Yeah, or go up against, I don't know, this one all of a sudden has turned a new leaf this season and she's so calm and she's not drinking anything but water. Maybe it's for the swelling. I don't know, but she's not. Go after her. But you're going to go after Dolores, who looks like she would just take out the whole cast at once?
Yeah, I feel like Dolores and Teresa would not be my first choices. Dolores especially, because she looks like she'll just knock you out. That'll be a quick KO, and I don't want to do that. It was a very bold choice, but I think the beer had gotten to Jackie and she was just like, I can take Dolores. You know how when some people drink too much alcohol, they think that they can dance. Well, I think Jackie thought that she could, fight Dolores in a mud bath, but clearly it doesn't look like it's going to end well, especially when the guy's like, yo, Frank, you got to go get Dolores. She's getting crazy. And he's like, and he went and grabbed the leash.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying Jackie has a habit of hitting really hard, really quick, like the first episode of last season with Teresa. And then she regrets it. Well, not regrets it, but then she falls apart for the remainder of the season. So I don't know if this is her one big, bright, shining, I'm going to talk crap moment, but Dolores is pretty nice until you push her too far. And this is obviously too far. So it'll be interesting to see future episodes, but I have a feeling Jackie will regret it and we'll get a shame spiral at some point.
And let's not forget that she literally just a day ago broke up with her boyfriend, who she's been waiting for a proposal for years at this point. And she's holding it together pretty well. She's still filming. She's like, ladies, I don't want to really talk about this. I just wanted to get it out there. Let's get it out of the way. Let's have fun tonight. And then you could see that it's pent up in there because the minute that Jennifer Aiden, which by the way, she said her tagline is, I may have a new nose, but I can always or still smell a rat, whatever it was. You just ratted out the only person who's in your corner aside from Teresa, and Teresa's not even around. Teresa's playing Dance Moms.
Yeah, I feel like Jackie, there's no point in trying to stick up for Jennifer at this point and coming for Dolores because, I mean, Jennifer literally was doing research on your husband and then didn't tell you after she made up with you. And she's like, well, I was just curious. I'm just curious. Well, guess what? Like that, what goes around comes around with that kind of thing. And that's what you're seeing now. And like Ryan said, I think, Jackie, she does have this shame spiral. She gets tough when she can, because she's the one that can chug a beer in like 3 seconds. That's, kind of her claim to fame on the show. And then once the beer wears off, I mean, Jackie's dealing with her own huge emotional stuff. Dolores, like you said, Adam, she's got stuff with, her boyfriend, not boyfriend. And then she's also has the stuff with her kids. I mean, her daughter calls her dad Frank. And I had no idea he cheated when she was pregnant. And that little Frankie never lived with big Frankie. Yeah. I do question, how is Frank so likable in this Jersey world where when he is kind of, the worst, he's kind of grimy, but it's because Dolores makes him likable.
Well, if you had to choose, Jolene, who's more likable?
Oh God. I think they should marry each other. I don't know.
Oh my God. I think Frank Catania is more likable just because I think guys, like, unfortunately, we have we can still come off charming even if we've done horrible things. And it's really unfair to women, but I think Frank does come off more camera ready and like a good guy. So it's horrifying when you hear the actual things that he's done.
Yeah, totally. I think Jennifer, honestly, to me is more likable. She's more entertaining. I don't find the Frank shtick of like, hey guys, having sex, me and Joey Gorga. Duh, duh, duh. Like maybe it's because I have a vagina and I'm like, okay, that's like basic male humor that I just don't appreciate. So I do like that the Jersey husbands are friendly. It's fun to have, house husbands that get along and stuff. But I just never got the appeal of Frank. Just like Ryan said, his track record, wow. And Jennifer, at least, she talks a lot of crap, but she doesn't go out there and do the stuff that Frank has allegedly done in the past. So I just don't get the Frank Catania.
It's the same thing with Louis. Like Louis, how he portrays himself now as opposed to what we've heard about. It's the same, like Catania is the same way. It's like Louis, if you didn't know anything about Louis, you'd be like, oh, he's kind of like a nerd that like he wants to do self-help stuff. And like, but if you didn't know anything about his past, but we unfortunately do know all about his past. So it very similar to like Frank Catania doing like horrific things like cheating on Dolores when she's pregnant. So it's wild how they come off on screen as opposed to who they might actually be.
Well, I think it's because we don't get to really see all of, like with the Housewives, they're full time and they film everything and the women come after each other, that all their dirty laundry gets aired and dissected by the other women. Whereas like with Frank Catania, he gets to come in, be funny, be kind of cute, do a fun scene with Dolores and dip out. And yes, we know about his history, but he hasn't become the subject of it to the point where, the focus is solely on him. Like we've had the Housewives had to take their beatings in the past. So I think that's the difference between the guys and the women. Obviously, we're going to see Louis kind of be in that hot seat this season with Margaret Josephs really coming for him, though.
Can I say, too, before we had the villain of Frank in this Jennifer situation and everybody else you want to go into, there was one woman who existed on Jersey in the past, and she
Kim
is
G.
kind of... No, Kim
Kim
D.
D.
Kim D in the Posh Fashion Show. I wanted to ask all of you about this because she spoke to David Yontif on Behind the Velvet Rope, and she said that she believes that waking up in the morning is making $50,000 for this season. Now, Gia has, on the very first premiere episode, there were 2 main running storylines, Jennifer Aiden and this cheating scandal, and Gia confronting her uncle. She has confessionals. She's filming for her merch. Do you think this could potentially be true?
I do, but I don't think it's 50,000. I think it's less, but I definitely do believe she is getting paid. In fact, I'm very 100% positive she is getting paid, and that's why she is able to do the things like the talking heads, and she's participating now in all 3 of the first 3 episodes. So that's more than, who's the new girl, the Tiki's wife?
Tracy Lynn Johnson?
Yeah, Gia is getting pretty much as much, if not more, time than Tracy at this point.
And you know what's so funny is I love when a housewife or a friend of the show comes on. Like I did a brief interview with Prashant Shah, and she was talking about how she was the breakout star of Real Housewives of New York and how everyone loved her and she has to be asked back as like a full-time position. And I was just kind of wondering in my mind, like if she was watching the same show. But I really like her, but it wasn't like, I didn't see where, I mean, she is her biggest cheerleader. So I give that to her. But then there's also this other woman, Caroline Razzio, who we see in the background. She's beautiful. She's going through a divorce right now, which apparently is going to be addressed on the show. I haven't heard 2 words from her.
In fact, dude, I didn't even know. I forgot she was even a part of this.
Me too.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember seeing the blonde in the background and wondering who she was. I didn't even put it together.
She got like one confessional.
That's how much you didn't see her.
Why?
I mean, it's really just because they didn't develop well in whatever storylines production decided to go with. I would imagine Gia, I mean, they just needed to let Gia have an opening credit at this point and go into like that second tier housewife, bring Gia as the first daughter to be upgraded to a full-time housewife. Because trying to bring in these other women is just, it's clearly not working because the 2 newbies that they wanted to bring in didn't get upgraded to full-time. And especially with Jersey, I think they can really do that because Jersey is such a family show that I would love to see Gia in the mix, fighting with Jackie and really, you know, fighting with Melissa too. I mean, let's really get into.
I agree, Zach, because Gia is actually, I really enjoyed her standing up to her uncle because I heard Emily D. Baker talk about it, and I agree with her because it's so important, you know, especially as a young woman to be able to assert herself. And I feel like she did it in a pretty respectful way, and they were able to, resolve that during the episode. And it was actually nice to see because we've only seen Teresa's conflict resolution, which is deny any, responsibility and keep up. Teresa, it seems like Gia is more emotionally intelligent than Teresa is. And so it was nice to see her be able to kind of compromise with her uncle and walk back to him and know that she wanted to make it good, but she also wanted, her dad, he's very problematic. He's been problematic to that family. So I get Joe Gorga being so upset with him still. He had to deal with him for 20 years, but that's still her dad. And so it was, but I found that such an interesting part of the storyline because we're just used to them screaming at each other. And this time we actually had a little bit of conflict resolution that I think a lot of families can relate to.
I mean, it might also be because now, Louis making everybody practice emotional intelligence at this point. I do want to ask this too, and I want you guys in the live chat to chime in, guys. We have over 500 people in the room, so chime in on this one.
There's 500 people here right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
500 people who were watching Jeff Epstein's.
I'm so sorry. That must have been so chaotic for them.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's probably wanting to dip into Lisa Rinna's pill bag right now. So, but if Gia, and I'll kick this one off, if Gia was ever offered a full-time house position, what do you think her opening credit tagline would be? I think it would be something to the effect of, I may be still waking up in the morning, but talk shit and I'll put you to sleep. Something like that. I feel like that's a good one.
Okay.
You guys need a second on this?
Yeah. Well, obviously would have to agree the waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things like, how am I going to fix this damn family or something? You know what I mean? Like
okay.
She's still doing that.
Or you can't wake up in the morning if you never go to sleep. And then just wide eyed.
That is Jeff Epstein's tagline.
That is a good one, but also not a good one because there's some like coke things that
I was about to say because of Jackie's terrible analogy last season.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Zach, Zach's like, I got nothing.
No, I got nothing.
Okay.
But she could be waking up in the morning no longer thinking about so many things. I'm here. You know what I mean? Like she could just play on it. I don't know. That sucked. You guys could be honest with me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you do this, you sell it.
Yeah. I'm
trying to think of like what else Gia has given us other than waking up in the morning. Like I feel like, I don't know. She's kind of leaning into the brand. So
yeah. Like, listen, she's selling merch. She's paying for college. She's still living at home with the parents. She's good.
Well, but I loved what we were saying. And you were saying about Emily D. Baker saying like, about Gia standing up for herself. And that's all amazing. But to me, it kind of disappointed me in the sense that why is she even wanting to play in the sandbox? I feel like she escaped in a way, like she's going to college, she's doing all this stuff. And I thought she saw the damage this show has done to her family. And for me, it was kind of a little like, wow, she's fully participating now. And I guess that's the beauty of Jersey, is that it's so family oriented. We have grown up with these kids that for me, watching every season, I was like, it's like you want your kids to like do better than you and not have to do the same crap you've done, like with TV. And I just don't want, I don't want Gia to do that, because I feel like Gia has everything like so bright in her future. And I don't think she needs the reality show stuff.
Phoenix, Arizona thinks it's because of the money, but Rebecca agrees and says, exactly, she needs to remove herself from the circus. But I think too, like you made a good point, Ryan, is that her whole family that she has access to right now, because her grandparents are no longer here. Her dad's in the Bahamas and in Italy. I don't even know where Giudice is at this point. But everyone in her family that's right next to her, they're all filming the show. So if she removed herself, she would kind of be the only one who was not participating.
Yeah, but she could be like, what's her name last night that just carried in a pot?
Gabriella.
Yeah, Gabriella. She could just be like a dish, like a Gabriella dish bringer in.
Gabriella's so chill.
She was, by the way, not there for the conversation of feelings. She's like, I don't do that. I'm not here for it. I don't know what this mom. Who is this guy? She's probably the one leaking the video. She's like, I'm getting rid of this guy. You have no idea. Don't worry, Dad. I'm on it.
Melania does scare. I mean, Melania scares the crowd. I would never cross Melania in a million. I would never cross Melania in a million years.
And do you see when they go in and they have these like conversations? Like, I don't know if you guys caught in this scene when Melania starts to speak up, Teresa looks at her daughters every time they do it. And she kind of gives a smirk, like, you get him, baby. You got it. And I'm like, do you want this to happen? Do you want them to speak up?
Yes.
Are we trying to get our own family show?
Yes, she does. Well, she called it the Teresa show. And then Margaret Joseph's like, well, it's been 12 years and you don't have your own spinoff. So I don't know how much of the Teresa show it actually is. But it's also like, maybe it is the Teresa show. And that's why she hasn't gotten her own spinoff, because Jersey is Teresa's show.
I mean, that's a great point, which also brings me to my next question for all of you. And Zach, I know how you feel about this, but we have a divided cast on this topic. And even last night, I don't know if you guys watched What Happens Live last night, but Jennifer Aiden, and we know that Jennifer and Andy Cohen do not have the best relationship. They've been vocal about it in the past. She looks so incredibly uncomfortable sitting there. Jason's like, what's wrong with her? I was like, one, she looks like she had to have a couple shots just to get out there on stage. And two, they do not like each other. But speaking of that, who would you think would be more in the wrong in this situation? Because I know how Zach feels. But for Ryan and Jolene, are you more in favor of Margaret really F this one up and she's not in the right place? Or is it Jennifer, you pushed and pushed for so long, you had it coming?
Well, I don't think, okay, so obviously you pushed and push, it's coming. The only problem I have is, she does have these small children. And so that being shown on television, I know it's ultimately their dad's fault. He cheated. They went on a television show. That stuff might come out. But I do feel for Margaret, because she was, slut shamed for so long and, shamed for her affair and her, because her current marriage. But I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling, maybe I'm hormonal, but I just feel for Jennifer, because I also love Jennifer's youngest daughter, and now it all makes sense. You guys remember when they had that like anniversary dinner and the littlest daughter was so like, Mom, Dad, you love each other, right? And so maybe there was some kind of, kids pick up on stuff, even though she said she never said anything. Maybe she, picked up on something within the home. That's just me feeling all the feelings for them. But I will say, I do wish Margaret wouldn't have brought it up.
Okay.
I know it's not good for TV, but
it was the resilient comment for me. That was the only comment that I didn't necessarily agree with, when it was like, kids are resilient, just put them in therapy. I was like,
that was so shitty. That was so
I was like, that's Margaret, you have to know you're going to get shit for that one. Like, I'm sure Margaret, she seems amazing as a person. I would love to be friends with Margaret. I think she's great. But that comment, I was like, you have to know by saying that, knowing that they're filming you, that people are going to go in on you for that.
I don't agree with half of the things that people say on these shows, but that's why I'm not on these shows. And I really enjoy watching other people do what I will never do. But I mean, Jennifer, I'm sorry. Jennifer had it fully coming to her. This is something that's been kicking around for years. I don't know if this was any sort of plan, but she threw it out again. And this time she had, like, it was admitted to. And the fact that Jennifer now, like you said earlier, Adam, is playing like the wilting flower of like, why did these ladies be so mean to me? Like this person has been on, we've seen this person give, like just like really intense drama towards these ladies. And now all of a sudden it's woe is me. How like literally like make sure your closet is clean if you're going to be on these shows, because it will come out. It just will. And so I agree that child comment was horrible. It's still a great line for a Housewives show, but it's horrible at its core. But I do not, at this point, Jennifer Aydin should have known this would come out. And if it wasn't this season, it'd be next season.
And
I'm surprised it took this long to even get it out there. But but that's the thing, and that's why I'm so Team Margaret is it's like the women knew and they kept it and they protected her despite her constantly coming at them and digging up dirt on Evan and coming after Margaret and slut shaming her. Like I love Jennifer because I think she's great for the show. Yeah, and her mom that like love Jen, she's great for the show, but at the same time, it's like the women protected you for so long. And finally it's like, and then we see, the theatrics of like her doing the big anniversary party for her and Bill and like trying to pretend like everything's so perfect. And, that their relationship is just like a solid marriage while she's coming after everybody else's marriage. And it's like, you got what came to you. You should have like, I don't feel bad for her. And I don't feel bad for her kids either. I mean, I do feel bad for her kids, but at the same time, I'm also like, the kids were going to,
Zach, go to therapy, kids.
Go to therapy. I'm fine. Yes, I get it. Like it's hard on the kids, but also it's like we're upset with Margaret when we really should be upset with Bill, who is the man that stepped out on his marriage and cheated on his pregnant wife.
Exactly. Margaret would have nothing to say if Bill would have just kept his wiener in his pants, and he didn't do that.
He definitely did not have ED to say the least. And I have to say, in honor of Ryan's name too, there's no way that I would ever, I've talked about this on my channel. I even sat through interviews and almost went through a whole casting process with Vanderpump Rules twice. I'm so happy that I was never a part of it, because I look at some of these people and I see, and I really respect the housewives who can't, like, they go through a whole moment and they don't give a reaction. They're like, oh shit, that's your problem. But there's no way I could do that, especially because, I mean, I give faces. You see, there's no.
I've never seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my, wait, that's you?
That's me.
You got Bieber hair.
The faces.
You have Bieber hair, Adam. It's so cute. I love your faces.
How do you look older there than you do now?
It's definitely not charging a bunch of laser shit to my credit card, but I might take Jeff Epstein's thing. But no, I mean, this is, could any of you ever participate in a reality show that coming into it, you just have to like, it's like a cat. I feel like those videos where you see the cat like cleaning its claws, getting ready to like come after you. I feel like it would give me so much anxiety to film for 4 or 5 months. Like when Lala Kent did her interview and she was like, honestly, I get paid to bring, conflict and confrontation to the show. Would I necessarily, navigate life and, the dramatic moments outside of the cameras like I do on them? No, but that's why I get paid the big bucks.
But like, see, I feel like that's disingenuous. I feel Lala does potentially have a chaotic lifestyle outside of the show. Like so I don't like, I do think people like, that's a good quote and I get what she's saying, but I do think people sometimes live in that space. Like we just saw with Jeff Epstein, where it's like, you put a camera on that guy, like that's going to be a reality show. And I think Lala might've done this. Like I read Lala's book. I read, like she seems like she's had an interesting life even before the show. So I don't necessarily know if I believe that. I feel like these shows attract those type of people, but I would never in a million years, because it would point out your one fatal flaw that you might not even be aware of. These shows, like a laser pointer, the audiences are so smart now, they'll see exactly what your issue is before the show even points it out.
Right. And, I'm actually really afraid for Lala right now, because we see the kind of back and forths where we obviously know she's navigating this breakup with Randall Emmett, and Randall did some pretty shitty things, allegedly, I guess, if we have to say it like that. And then, of course, Gigi from Shaws of Sunset decided to, voice her opinion on this. And now I'm thinking of that girl on Dr. Phil who's like, catch me outside. How about that? Like, I'm like, Lala, on the show, you get to go up against Raquel and Sheena and people who are like, you know, and then they start crying. And I love Sheena. Raquel's like the sweetest ever. You get to go up against these people who will back down, and she's like, come at me. And I'm like, this isn't a fair matchup. But this girl over here to the left, I mean, we've seen her on her own respected show literally stick her claws into somebody's neck. Like, this is...
Lala couldn't handle it. Lala's what you would consider like a studio gangster. Like when the camera's on and when like weak people are around, she's like, Tupac, blah, blah, blah. Like, look at me.
You want to get popped? You want to
get popped? For Lauren from Utah, it's like, Lauren, sit down. You are not tough. You've never went up against any adversary that was somewhat, like you said, it was like Raquel's and Sheena's and people she knew she could handle. The minute, even getting checked by Charlie, sometimes I feel like she couldn't handle it. And I wanted
what happened. She immediately backed down and then was like cool with Charlie for the rest of the season because Charlie was the only person that did not buy into Lala's crap. Like, I mean, it was wild to watch, and like just shut her up immediately at that Palm Springs trip.
Yeah, I loved Charlie for that reason. I mean, Lala needs that because Lala, when she first started on the show, I was like, oh my God, I love this girl. She's like, just like super cool, sex positive, just like, look at me. And then she became something that I don't even recognize. And I don't know if that was always there and she just got a good edit in the beginning, or I don't know if the Range Rovers and the PJs and the Gucci slides, she just started feeling herself too much. But it got to the point where for me, it was gross. I didn't like her behavior towards the other people on the cast at all.
Well, since we're on the theme of Jersey too, could you imagine Lala? Like last night, I feel like I got to see a whole new side of Dolores' daughter, who was like, Frank isn't coming in the house and he's not bringing women in here, so we need to set some boundaries. I'm like, could you imagine a Lala, Dolores' daughter? Why am I blanking on her name? Gabrielle?
Veterinarian.
No.
Gabrielle?
That's her name. Her name is Veterinarian.
It's Dr. Vet.
Dr.
Catania. Dr. Catania. She would eat Lala up. Like, and she would chew her up, spit her out. It would be amazing to watch that little interaction.
Oh.
That's
She's
what I'm saying.
tough.
They did the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. They need to do it with like kids. Send kids to an island, or send like just like I want to see just random weird mashups of these people, because it would be interesting to place Lala around actual people that are tough, that just don't talk tough, and see how she survives. Like, you should have like the baddest bitches of Bravo like show, you know?
I feel like Gia, if we put Gia in like a Lala and like some of these ones, like there's one on Summer House right now who's kind of a wreck. I don't know her name because I don't watch all of it, but I could see Gia giving us that Stassi Schroeder, Kristen Doty, like, and like I mean, I don't know. Yes, I'm totally here for it. Like the younger generation of Bravo and sticking them on an island and letting them just go.
No, we need to go back like the VH1 days and do a charm school where we bring the baddest of the bad Bravo girls and put them through the whole charm school process and then see who makes it to the end.
We did this whole thing on the pod where it was going to be Accountability Island, where you took all the disgraced people that got fired from their cast for saying like horrible things like Stassi and all that stuff, and you put them to an island, and then they get to compete like Survivor and Fear Factor to get back on their respective franchises. So you'd have like Danielle Staub, you'd have like Stassi.
Is it hosted
Randy
by Teddy?
Granville.
It's
Randy.
It's definitely not hosted by Teddy. No, it is not hosted by Teddy.
No.
Who is
It
Teddy
should be.
Is that the John
All
Michael
in by Teddy?
I mean, I hate to say this about Teddy, but Teddy really, like, we've tried it. We got off of Beverly Hills. We tried another reality TV show. Now she's, she was talking about recently, like, her brand and being accountability, but also she was talking about how she, gained 10 pounds on the show and people were giving her a lot of shit, which I hate. I always think that's never a fair way to go, like when you're talking about people's bodies and stuff like that. But no, I would definitely not want her hosting. If anybody, I'm curious to see how this book tour goes, because I would want to see, well,
she's already it's already on the bestseller list in pre-orders.
I already pre-ordered it.
And it's funny, like Zack and I, which I can't wait to have these conversations in front of people, because I said this earlier, I feel like we never agree on the Bravo people that we're talking about. And we're talking about Lala, and Zack's like over there shaking his head because he's like, I do a book club for Lala's book. Stop talking about her. And I'm like, no.
Listen,
Zack.
no, let me clarify. Book clubs are not endorsed books. Book club is books that the audience votes for because the reality star is in hot water. So we did an Erica Jane book club where we dove into the book and like highlighted everything that she wrote about in her book, but that wasn't an endorsement for Erica.
Next month,
and the
O.J. Simpson's book is next month.
No, this month was Margaret Joseph's book.
Are you gonna do?
Because she's a hot
Portia's
topic
book?
on Jersey. No.
You know Jack's
That one wasn't
children's
voted.
book?
Jack, why would who? What?
Well, because that's all Jax can write is a book for a child.
Couldn't you imagine? Like, I would love to imagine what that child's book is going to be like.
I feel like that's because the IQ's on par.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Jax fan. Jax and I.
Well, Jax's son
not
might
like
learn
each
to read before Jax does. That's fascinating, you know?
I mean, the first time I met Jax is when I went through the first round. It was like season 2 when you saw the old photos, and I was still not out to everybody. And there was another host who I trained at the host stand, and she was Miss California at some point. And, you know, she came in and we're walking around. She actually slept over my house. I was like, maybe I'm not gay. I don't know. And, you know, she was like, since we're both invited to do these interviews, let's pretend like we're in this relationship, which obviously people can read through. But I went along with it. And I walked in and Jax is like, wait, are you dating her? Because I just met her last night. And I was like,
yes, that's amazing. See, that guy is the real deal. That guy really was practicing what he preached, which is just total potential sociopath.
oh, yeah. Okay.
Jax is the worst. I was telling Zach yesterday that obviously I'm blocked by Jax on Instagram. Everyone here must be blocked by Jax, right? Like,
no, I'm still not blocked.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We just don't like each other.
Well,
but maybe I'm not important enough to be blocked. You guys are. Like,
he used to search his name. Like, he would search his name on Twitter and stuff, and then he would just like block people. You know, it was wild. But
I'm blocked by Randall too.
Mental health.
I'm blocked by Randall as well. Yeah, I'm blocked by because
you're both blocked by Randall too.
And it was jokes. It was during the Fofty Gate when, you know, I was posting just little stuff on my Married to Bravo Instagram. Him and Jax. It was literally silly jokes.
I'm not blocked by Randall. Wow, I'm surprised.
Here's no filter. We love this.
I would block you for that.
I mean, I'm surprised. Like,
Lala loved that. Lala loved that. By the way,
Lala is funny because I've made a couple Randall jokes, and you'll catch her liking those. Like, I never like comment on it or anything, but it's always funny. Like, it's always like late at night. You can tell she's like just angrily scrolling, looking for like hate on Randall. And it is weird to watch Lala now. It's like she's woken up and realized Randall's kind of a dork. She's like, who have I been? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the sense that she's like, who was I with this whole time? This guy's a loser potentially.
Well, and I love how too she's like, you know, like after I got sober, it's so gross to touch him and hook up with him and this and that. And I'm like, you're the one who was laying next to him for 5 years. Like, this isn't, none of us laid next to him. So who are you telling? We already imagined that would have been gross, but you're the one who was doing it.
Yeah,
Lala
we knew.
almost convinced me that Randall was like reformed, that he was okay. It was an okay guy. Like, I was like, maybe he's like changed from who I heard he used to be, you know?
I have a funny story about Randall. When I was working in one of the restaurants with the Toms, Tom, obviously, like that's why am I speaking in code? He came in with Jax, and he loved the attention. So him and Jax walk in, and Jax does not like the attention, like legitimate. He gets really pissed off. He doesn't like people approaching him. He gets really upset and doesn't like to go into the restaurants. And he only, I'm sure, went in for Randall. Randall like walked around, made his rounds, and all of these girls, there were like bachelorette parties. There's usually big groups of people who come into these because they're lounges, and a lot of them, like Zach saw, they're communal tables, right, Zach? So there are a lot of communal tables, and walking around, and these people are like, Randall, oh my God, can you call Lala and have her say hi? And he's like, yeah, or no, I can't do that, but I'll take a picture with you, taking photos with all these girls. And he's like, hey, my man, is this your section? Get them a round of shots on me. Guys, I just bought you a round of shots. And then you see the girls over here like, what about us, Randall? Goes around and buys my whole section shots and drinks, get them appetizers on me. At the end of it, it's like it was over, I think, $1,500. It was close to like $2,000, this bill. And then Jax is like, what are you doing, man? You said that we were leaving, whatever. And he's like, it's okay. It's okay. And he's like, can I get another, drink, whatever? So it's like, yeah, I'll get you another drink. And at the end, when I saw that they were about to leave, I like ran over to security and I was like, stop. Hold on. I said, hey, Randall, I know you're about to leave, man, but I do need to get your card for that bill. And he was like, he reminded me of my mom's ex-boyfriend when we went to Denny's on Christmas, who would always forget his credit card. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, hey, Jax, he's like, man, I'll pay you back. Jax is like, you always do this to me. You had to pay me back last time. I didn't think I was coming out to, what is the bill? What is the bill? And he was looking at me like, give me the bill. And I'm like, chill the fuck out. I have it in my back pocket. I had to chase you guys down. You didn't have to come to me. Here's the bill. And let's say $2,000. He had a meltdown, was so pissed. He's like, can't, we just put it on or off and then tomorrow he can come back and pay it. And I went over and asked the manager and she's like, no, I don't care who he is. He's not even the cast got free bills. You don't get free anything. When you walk in, if they want free shit, they'll walk up to the bartenders and they'll give them drinks, but you don't legitimately get to sit down and like not pay your bill and eat for free. You can ask Sheena, anybody else. Nothing is free. Nope.
Not even the goat cheese balls at Sir.
No.
So when I was in the background on some of the Sir like table scenes when they would like shoot like background, and they were very adamant you could only get one entree and one entree and one appetizer, and you had to pay for your drinks, and they kept you there for 4 hours while they were shooting. And then at the end, the one guy was like, hey, the producer was like, when Katie comes up, she's going to ask if you want dessert. You say blackberry cobbler. And I was like, okay. And then they charged me for the blackberry cobbler at the end of the night. I don't even like blackberry cobbler. And I was like, this show doesn't even exist. It only exists so like Sir can actually make money. This is ridiculous.
Which is true, because when I was manning the host stand and stuff, it was stupid ridiculous how packed we were, because when the show was filming, they have to turn the lights on. The whole place is about ambiance and like how it's perceived. You walk in and it's a complete experience. When you walk in, the lights are dim, the music is going, it's legit sexy, you feel it. And when they're filming in there, the music goes off, the lights come up, and that's how they get their shots. And then after they're done filming, the show comes on like a couple months later, and then boom, everybody from Tennessee, Kentucky, like New Jersey, Idaho, I don't even know where Idaho is, but Idaho, like they all come and they swarm into the restaurants, and they're just like, this is the table where Stassi like almost beat the out of Kristen, right? I'm sitting at that table. I was like, girl, you have no idea. It was crazier in person. Then they would tip me. They'd be like, tell me more. I'm like, how much more do you want to know? You want to know some more?
Ryan, I just want to know, how did you have to practice your line? Like blackberry cobbler, blackberry.
Yeah.
Like, did you have to practice how you were going to deliver your line on camera?
No, not at all. Like, I mean, because I don't even think you can hear me do it because they didn't have me mic'd up. But I was in a scene at Tom Tom where they did mic me up. And I thought I was going into another extra scene. And then it was just they were filming like an in-between shot to connect pieces. And it was when the cast was in Mexico and there was supposed to be a line for Tom Tom down by Motherlode. And so like Lisa comes up and was like, how's the spicy vegan pasta? And I'm like, spicy. And they mic'd me up with that. And it was only 3 of us in the restaurant. It was like me, my friend Laura, Lisa, and then I don't know, the manager. But like they acted like it was like a packed house and they just did tight shots. And it was
Spicy.
just, spicy. And then they put that in between shots. So hate to break it to you, not everything's real.
That is so funny.
What? I'm crushed.
Reality TV.
First time I went to Sir, because I lived really close to Sir, but I only went when like my family members from Minnesota and Wisconsin were in town. They're like, can we go to Sir? And I thought it was going to be like this fancy, but it was all just a bunch of Minnesota, Wisconsin chicks sitting there like in their best, like Kohl's Lauren Conrad attire. You're like, this is so fun, you know,
And they're just looking around.
Hilarious.
just like looking like this. And they put us all toward the front. And I'm so curious, do they only put like the tourist looking people to the front?
The back, like the garden, is normally where like Lisa would come in and she would make her rounds and hello, darling, hello, 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 and make her way all the way back to the garden. And then there's this one spot in the garden that's kind of tucked away. And then they would have like a velvet rope in front of her, which her son used to always get upset about because her son used to walk people up and be like, Mom, this is one of your fans. They want to say hi. And she'd be like, darling, I'm eating. And he's like, God, why are you eating at your own restaurant then if you don't want people to recognize you? And I'm like, oh, well, that's a great question. But
it should be like, I said that on a meme. I said, it's like, it should be Rainforest Cafe where every 15 minutes the Vanderpump Rules theme comes on and they just blow out like dirty smoke and glitter and purple lighting. And like, you know, like it's do every, like, because that's the whole experience. It's like a Planet Hollywood at this point. You want to see something attached to that show. Like they should, the fact that they only sell like, they should have full merch, not just like the candle and the hat. They need action figures. They need little pop figures. Like the fact that they don't like capitalize on that more is like, they need to have seating out by the Sur alleyway. They need seating right there that you can eat dinner in the Sur alleyway, you know?
I definitely walked back there, and my mom tried to. We had Max as our server, and my mom tried to buy the menu off Max, and he was like, "I don't think we sell these." And she's like, "I'll pay for it," you know. And I'm thinking, just take a picture of it, Eileen. But she definitely wanted. But people would buy that stuff. Like my mom would have bought, you know, a tablecloth if she thought Lisa Vanderpump touched it.
You guys love Tom Sandoval. I interviewed Tom Sandoval and went over to his place, and he gave me a Richella. The Richella wristband, like Coachella. Only 15 of these babies are in existence, he said. And he said that it was very, he said it's a lot of money to make these, and they only made 15 of them.
A lot of money to make them?
Yeah, because it's the actual bracelet that they make for Coachella.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And those bracelets aren't cheap either.
They're
insanely ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's like weird. Like I've gone to Coachella. It's the same bracelet. And those are like really expensive.
I've had those made for events before, and they're insane. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have your own clubhouse, and No Filter Wine is in the clubhouse. Yes. I see it.
I got this. I got Loverboy. I've got
Erica's panties or somebody's panties.
Oh yeah, those are actually in my car because I film cameos with the panties. And so I drive down to like Sir or Sutton's place, and I'll hold up the panties in front of like, you know, Sutton's store or something. It's by the way, Jolene it's the Tom Girardi panties from the auction that weren't for Erica. She's like, no, I got it.
The T9 texting side chick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
yeah.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was her. Maybe it wasn't. We don't know at this point.
But you guys, I do have to hop off, unfortunately, because I have my next show.
Before you go, Ryan, though, Ryan actually has an exciting announcement because this is YouTube. There's room for everybody, and we love our content creators on YouTube. And Ryan is joining the tube. Over here.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, youtube.com/so bad it's good with Ryan Bailey. Nothing is up there yet. It's like old sketches I used to do, but go subscribe. There's going to be an interview with Tom Sandoval coming up there at his place. We have an interview with we have an interview with a lot of Bravo celebrities that I'll be putting up there, and some sketch content in regards to Bravo. But it would be great to interact with some of you guys. I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm sorry in advance. But I look up to Adam and Zach in this category. So thank you guys for even allowing me to say that. I appreciate it.
No, definitely. And Joe Mendoza said, is there a link? I will put the link in the description of this video, guys, after this video. I didn't find out until we started this video. So definitely I'll put it in
I feel so geeky when I promote myself, but like, yeah, so it's YouTube's there. It's going to be fun. I swear. I'm just figuring out what to do, but the thing is created, the banner's there. And I really look forward to partying with you guys at the live show. We're going to sell this out immediately. And I can't wait to meet everybody in person.
Definitely. Ryan, thank you so much. We're going to let you go. And guys, if you're not subscribed, go get subscribed. Ryan, we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm not going to lie. I still feel like, I don't know, there was something triggering, like PTSD, like I need a woosah moment. Maybe I do need a sound bath after the first 35 minutes of this interaction. It was like wild to me. I felt like I was watching Cops. And I think, It was all right. I know we've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes. And Jolene, you also said that you had about 30 minutes at the beginning. So I don't want to keep you too long either. I think we can start wrapping up. Even though this was supposed to be a Jersey recap and going through like the details of it, we really went all over the board. But I feel like
that was a preview of our LA show.
Yeah, I feel like that's what the show is going to be like. It's just like you're going to get whiplash, but just get Zach's rosé and you'll be fine. And trust me, don't drink more than 2 of those rosés because you'll have to private your videos. You'll have to
they
private
pack
your
a punch.
Yes, they pack a punch. Jolene, if they don't know, will you let them know what you have coming up and where we can find you, please?
Well, obviously, come April 7th to the Bourbon Room in Hollywood, 7 p.m. for Spilling Tea with Zack and Adam. I'm so excited to be included in this. I'm so excited to see Adam. I've never met you in person. Zack and I actually go way back, and I love that we're all like interconnected. And I want to meet Jason. I just want to hug you guys, and hopefully we can all just like hug. And but you can find me on YouTube and TikTok and all the socials at Jolene Lunzer. And just follow me. I appreciate it.
Definitely. And I have to, the other day, by the way, I got off my video and I didn't know this, but if you ever go watch a Down with Jason video, at the end of them, it always sends to your videos. And we left to go, we had errands to run. We had to go to Costco. We had to go, we went and grabbed a bite. We had to go to the bank and I left and it was playing your video. And I was like, oh, great. It'll run through the ads. Like, that's amazing. We'll just leave Jolene's video up and it's playing right here on the screen. I come back and it's like on a completely different video. And then I was like, okay, it's still running through. And I sit and I take like 3 baths a day. And then I sat through a bath and I'm letting it just play on my thing. Legitimately, like 2.5 hours later, it's another Jolene video. And I was like, yeah, let's
Oh my! All my ad revenue is coming from Up and Adam.
No, that was just. Well, I didn't know that, and I told Jason about it, and Jason's like, "Yeah, Jolene's videos always pop up after mine." I was like, "Did you make it like that?" And he's like, "Well, I think it's because I have her on my subscribed like go-to community thing." And I was like, "Oh shit, how do I do that?" He's like, "Adam, you're so new." I'm like, "Bitch." Okay.
That is so sweet. I love Jason, and I love being able to be on Anchor Watch with him and Josh. It's so fun, and they're just a good time. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Of course. And Jolene, I'll also tag your YouTube in the description of this video. Thank you for joining us. And we cannot wait to meet you in person.
Yay. I'm so excited for you guys. And I know you're going to sell it out. And I told Zach yesterday, this is going to start. You'll hit all the cities and just promise me when you go to Minneapolis, I can open for you again because that's my home city. So
yes. All right. And then we get to meet Nana. All right.
Oh my God. You guys, it's going to be so fun. I can't wait.
We can't wait. Jolene, thank you. And I hope you have a beautiful day.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Oh my gosh, Zach, I come off like so much different when I'm not drinking your 2, 3, 4 cans of rosé. Like before I'm like this and I don't know about that and just like going on a rant. Can you hear me? Did I pause?
Yes. No, you're good.
Oh, okay. And then like now I'm like love, positivity. But also, well, please don't touch me.
Well, we'll wait to see what happens when we have you live, and you have to have at least 1 no filter wine in you.
I'll have 1, but I'm not having more than that until the after party because the before I still got to be there. I don't know why it keeps lagging me, but I still got to be there. We're gonna put on a great show. I'm so excited. It was so fun to announce that Jeff's joining us. Jeff, I mean, now I'm not going to lie. I've seen Jeff before. This is going to be really, and I feel like this is going to be a circus that I don't know if we're going to have control over, but we'll see.
I can't wait.
We'll see.
I can't wait.
And
guys,
Zach,
get your tickets at spillingtealive.com. That way you can hang out with all of us. We only have a few tickets that we just added back on because VIP sold out. So we are stretching our rooms to add some more VIP tickets. So get them while you can. They won't be available for long. So go to spillingtealive.com. And when you do, you can obviously post on Instagram, tag Adam and I. We'll reshare you. But yeah, we can't wait to meet you guys. April 7th at the Bourbon Room in LA, April 13th at City Winery in Nashville, and then April 28th at City Winery in NYC.
Yes, and I saw where a few of you were saying in the live chat, like Empress, that you just got your VIP tickets. So guys, if you get them, just go ahead and message me, DM me on Instagram, and I will repost them, tag Zach in them. We'll tag Ron, we'll tag everybody. So just I mean, I don't know if
Yes.
they'll necessarily be on it with reposting because I know they have all busy schedules, but Zack and I will repost the hell out of your tickets. So just let us know when you get them. We can't wait to play with everybody in LA, Nashville, and New York City. And we have some more exciting stuff coming up, but you have to wait for the next announcement next Wednesday. Part 4, we'll be back for it. Zack, if they don't know where to find you and they don't know what's coming up, will you let them know?
Yes. So obviously, I saw a lot of questions in the live chat about the wine. The wine is available at nofilterwine.com. We're going to be launching our fizzy white wine in March, so stay tuned for that. But for now, you can get the rosé, Housewives inspired, available at nofilterwine.com. You can also watch and listen to my podcast, #NoFilter with Zack Peter, which is available on YouTube and available on Apple, Spotify, Audible, all the places you can get your podcast. You can listen to #NoFilter with Zack Peter. And follow me on Instagram at JustPlainZack or at NoFilter with Zack.
That's a lot to remember.
I know.
All right, Zack, I will be texting you after this. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our amazing mods, super chats, super stickers. Thank you to everyone who bought your tickets. And again, like Shannon Band said, thank you, thank you. Go to spillingtealive.com. If you're not subscribed to Ryan or Jolene, go get subscribed. Check out Jeff Epstein on his Instagram. I'll attach his social media handles. Get your wine from Zack. Just remember, it packs a punch. And we will see you guys so very soon. We'll get to play with you guys in April. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.